Studio owners, stick around. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 tips to write copy that actually converts. We love that money, honey, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do.
So I'm McKenna. I'm the creative manager here at Loud Rumor, and this is Alex. He is our copywriter here at Loud Rumor. Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Pretty great. How are you doing today?
Doing good. And Alex is out in DC and he's about to drop some content. I'm filled with jokes today. Somebody give me a tip jar or something. I can't be doing this for free. Let's actually talk about some copy that converts, because I know it's one thing to post, social media copy or organic copy, but we want stuff that actually gets money and people in the doors and sells them. So how do you write copy that clearly communicates like your product or service?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. I think there are 3 real main things that you need to know are requirements of that type of copy, right? You need to have benefits, right? So benefits kind of address a concrete issue that can be solved as a direct result of your products, right? So that's things like build lean muscle, increase strength, reduce stress, things that are concrete that people can latch onto that are actual benefits. Then we can move on to features. Right? Features are kind of the meat and potatoes of maybe what your product, kind of what your studio or your programs offer that make them unique. So, if your classes or programs incorporate different training styles like yoga and Pilates and like high intensity interval training, kind of like if you're taking elements from those different things, then definitely want to include that and highlight that, because that's going to make your program unique.
Yeah.
Lastly, we want to make sure that there's a value component there, whether there's the offer, obviously, if there's some offer that you're trying to get people in the door with, but also kind of what is going to be your customer's return on investment, right? Like they're investing, if it's a studio, it's a monthly membership usually, what are they getting from that? Is there community? Are there other aspects outside of just the equipment that you have that make this a great option for them?
But what are some things maybe to avoid because those are things to do. What are things to avoid?
So you definitely want to avoid exaggerations, right? Avoid half-truths, bogus claims, like things like, oh, you're gonna see a 6-pack after a week, or oh, you're gonna lose 50 pounds overnight. These things that you see in like the spam emails, or even sometimes some advertisements you might see for actual gyms or studios, like have this language in them. And the key issue there is that you're underestimating your audience's intelligence. Like the consumer, your audience is very smart. They're smarter than you think 100% of the time. So definitely don't do anything or say anything that you can't actually back up.
That makes perfect sense of, making sure you're not being too dramatic with your claims, because we obviously as consumers can catch on to it. But I'm wondering too, is there ways maybe like studio owners could use actual data to use numbers that can happen?
Yeah, and a lot of claims, like you can use your studio's data or just data that's available. There are tons of studies being done constantly about exercise and the benefits of certain programs, or the increases that people see in strength, or weight loss stuff, like all those things. Like you can use it if it's real, just don't make it up because it's painfully obvious.
Yes, exactly. And that's actually something we talked about at one of our GSDCon conferences. Mike, our CEO, did a whole talk on how you can use data to sell. If you guys haven't been to these GSDCon conferences, I highly recommend you go. We'll include a link for you guys to learn more about it. They're awesome, but you learn things like how to use data to actually sell, so you don't have to put out false claims. Alex, what are some other things maybe to avoid when writing ads?
It's so simple. And it's a mistake that happens. I see it on a daily basis. Don't post ads that have typos or grammatical errors, right? If you're using a word processor, if it's Google Docs, Word, whatever, they both have built-in spelling and grammar checkers. And if that's not enough, Grammarly is a free tool that literally will catch all critical errors. And it's just don't have errors. It looks bad.
I feel like, can we add like the sirens, like maybe like my face turns red or something like that, because that is such a huge thing for me too, is like even if it's something as silly as a misspelled word like the, and you put TEH or something like that. And it's obviously, you know how to spell the word, but you know, using Grammarly, I find that to be like a saving grace, and my whole team will back me up on this. I'm like, use Grammarly, use Grammarly. Like I should just, that's what I'm gonna name my child, Grammarly. It's sponsored by Grammarly. Awesome. Alex, anything else that studio owners need to know when writing copy to convert?
Yeah, one more thing, read it out loud. Like a lot of times sentences or things that sound good in your head do not sound good spoken aloud.
Yeah.
And like it really matters because that's the voice that you read with. So
Right.
make sure that you're reading it out loud, checking for grammar, and that'll also help you catch grammatical mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say, like, sometimes you won't notice you put double and, but when you read it out loud, you'll definitely catch that. So awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. And then for you guys at home, Alex is our copywriter. He is part of our agency team here at Loud Rumor. And on our agency team, we have copywriters, we have video producers, we have graphic designers, campaign managers, account managers, all managing your account, which is just crazy. Sounds too good to be true, but it's not. So if you want to learn more about Loud Rumor and our services, what we can offer you guys, we'll learn more about you. Jump on a free strategy call by clicking the link below. Thank you, Alex, so much for all this great content, dropping some content from DC.
Thank you. Yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Awesome. And for those of you guys at home, if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos just like this one.